Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the talking points from social media and we're going to start with this folder right here. This is the Wyatt's folder. We've got Karrion stuff in here as well though, because of course Karrion is involved with the Wyatts at the moment. But a big shout out to Anthony, who did a really good job here, like a great discovery. Interesting that Scarlett gave The Miz a death tarot card on the 10th of June, and I'd forgotten about this, right? Fast forwards, following the events of the Wyatt 6 kidnapping The Miz, Karrion Kross says he's dead for sure, right? Could be nothing more than a coincidence, but it's a great connection. The reason why she gave The Miz a death card, it was because she had spoken to R-Truth, and R-Truth had agreed for Awesome Truth to defend those tag titles against AOP, right? So she was giving him a death card, seemingly to say, you know, you're in trouble now. So I don't know that it connects to where we are now, but it's a great connection anyway. And to further cement it, here's Karrion Kross, who said, finally, someone is piecing it together. The devil is in the details. Well done. So there you go. You heard from Karrion himself. So I went back, found the moment. This is the moment. So Awesome Truth, as we said, with the championships. Scarlett had just spoke to R-Truth and had found a way of convincing him to give AOP a title opportunity. And Miz, obviously not best pleased about this, was frustrated about this. Scarlett said, I've got something for you as well. Handed over the death card. So yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. So as I said at the start, big shout out to Anthony for making that connection. And Karrion really confirming that there was potentially something there. So excellent. Then we have this. Look, Rave said Dexter Lumis posted this on Instagram. Could mean something, could mean nothing. Maybe he's just proud of his attire. I think he probably is just proud of his attire. He's probably just capturing this period in his career with a good image, because a lot of the times they come out, it's dark and you can't quite see the costume in this sort of detail. People have highlighted these badges though, and they've zoomed in on those. Wrestle Knight says, my eyes went to these pins, pig, skin, and clover. Well, if we go up, we think the bear has found this, right? Are they Halloween 3 patches, badges? Looks like they could possibly be the silver shamrock logo and the skeleton mask, which if you look at them, I mean, up there, look, you can see silver shamrock novelties. Can't quite make out these words, but you can see word, which is in the same sort of pattern. And that looks pretty good to me. So I think they're probably just a little nod towards Halloween 3, the film. So very good. Some great sleuthing work done there. Then we had this, again, Rave. So this is why Karrion has been quiet. He's been leveling up his stats. So this is on Karrion Kross's Instagram story. You can see his saying here, look, finally hit the target. Body fat down to 7%, just 7% body fat, which is amazing because my body fat is 107%. So I do aspire to kind of, I mean, I never will. But if I could get below 100%, that would be amazing. So there we go. He said, eye laser beam damage has gone up 25%. So there we go. He's unlocking new abilities as well. Amazing. Then we had this. So I'm Just Ken said, I remember a while back Rowan posting a photo of an abandoned cabin. What if that same cabin is in these woods? Because Nikki Cross 12 hours ago tweeted out places we couldn't come back from, and a lot of you tagged me in this and I really appreciate it. I've got a lot of thanks in the thanks folder, but yeah, this is interesting and very difficult to decode, to be perfectly truthful. I had to look down the comments. No one's really found anything. I did a Google image search where I took the image and searched the internet for it. The only result that came back was this post. And I believe she posted it on Instagram as well. So it's not really leading us to anything. But I do think back a few weeks ago to when there was something similar. And I remember Rob Fee saying, you can't work this out yet. Like, you need to wait for Raw. So I'm just wondering if this is a similar situation where this may be a still image from maybe a video that we're going to get on Raw, and maybe we'll start getting some answers. Maybe this is where The Miz is being held at the moment, and maybe this is where the Wyatt Six all went to. Maybe there is some sort of connection there, and maybe that will show itself in a video on Raw. So didn't come through the Wyatt Six account, came through Nikki Cross's account. That's a little bit concerning. I always prefer it to come through the Wyatt Six account. That feels a bit more official. Feels like that's, I think Rob Fee runs that account, so it feels like it's his way of telling us that something's going to be on the show. When it comes to these personal accounts, they can kind of put up whatever they want. So this could be something, it could be nothing. It could just be to kind of throw us off the scent or make us think. So yeah, a little bit tricky. We'll have to wait and see what Raw has got for us. And then you might remember this the other day, Marcus Mathers, he signed to this WWE ID. I'm not aware of this person, but he says, one step closer to my dreams becoming a reality. It's time to show the world. Joe Gacy quote tweeting. I've been asked, does that mean this person's coming into the Wyatt Six? I don't think so. I think that Joe Gacy probably knows this person. Don't forget, Joe Gacy was outside of WWE for a long time, competing in lots of different indie promotions. I would not be shocked to find out that their paths had crossed. Marcus Mathers, for example, making his debut 5 years ago. So there's every chance that these two know each other. And he's just pleased that this guy is on the right path, you know, on the journey towards WWE. So I think it's that personally, but very interesting. Let's go into WWE then, shall we? We got a few bits in here. Folders aren't really that rammed. Right, here we go. Look, what will WWE World Heavyweight Champion Gunther have to say about Damian Priest tomorrow on Raw? And here's Gunther saying, nothing good. This is a little bit laboured, but Tribal Warrior, shout out to you. So this is some footage, I think, from a house show. Takes him a little while to kind of put this on. Look, goes there, steps there, gonna do that. Now I do this. It's not like seamless. It's a little bit laboured, but maybe he is just testing it out. So Fade asking the question, is the infamous Tonga Loa, Botcha Loa, is he testing a new finisher? So let's have a little look at it again. As I said, it's a little bit laboured for me. I'd like this to be a bit snappier. Do this, now I do that, now I do that. Boom. It's all right. I don't love it. I don't hate it. But something to be aware of. Something else to be aware of. This coming from Tama Tonga. And so Spartan saying face paint coming back soon. I think it would really help them personally if they did. I think like the yeah. I think that's been great. That's really helped Tama Tonga. But I think the face paint would help them stand out as well. There's not many face-painted superstars in WWE, so this could be pretty fun. So, yeah, maybe a tease, maybe just a throwback. Gonna have to wait and see. Mattel, I miss this. Why WWE won't introduce a women's IC championship? So there's been a lot of talk about, will we see the Intercontinental revealed on Raw, because we just got the US, women's US. And a women's Intercontinental would be awesome, and I really feel like we're going to get it one day. But apparently Michael Cole on commentary, according to Sportskeeda, and I missed this, said that the women's US will be defended on Raw and SmackDown. And I missed that. I just totally missed it. I mean, during the watch-along, I'm interacting with the chat, so sometimes I don't hear everything that's said on commentary. But so apparently that is something Michael Cole said. So Sportskeeda put in this article out why we're not going to get a women's IC title at the moment. It's because the women's US title is expected to be dual brand, a bit like the women's tag titles are. You know, we don't have SmackDown women's tag champs and Raw women's tag champs. We just have one set of women's tag champs. They can go to either show. Apparently the same is going to be true of the women's US. What I don't get is, if you was just going to have one women's mid-card championship, why wouldn't you go women's IC? I feel like the Intercontinental is way more prestigious than the kind of women's United States title. I don't know. I think part of it is because the United States is obviously just like one country, whereas the Intercontinental, it represents all of South America and all of North America. So, I mean, it includes like Brazil and Mexico and the United States and Canada and Argentina. And like, I mean, literally that whole area is represented rather than just the United States. So, yeah, a bit strange if they are having only one women's mid-card that we would go with the US over the Intercontinental, but, you know, whatever. And then here, what is next for Big Bronson Reed? Find out on Raw this week, so we know Big Bronson Reed's going to be on the show. And then I just thought this was interesting. Seth Rollins feels like WWE is lacking in the heels department. He said, I'm looking around and I'm kind of thinking, man, we're missing some good heels around here. We're really missing some good ones. I mean, we've obviously just turned Kevin Owens. So, you know, that's pretty good. Don't know what's happening with the Street Profits. Don't know what's happening with Tommaso Ciampa. Big Bronson Reed, I think, has been doing some really great work. Karrion Kross is now starting to get used. You know, Karrion Kross Seth Rollins feuds. That would be awesome. So, you know, I don't disagree with him. I think we could do with a few more big heels in it. But I think we are actually building some. Like Bronson's being built. Karrion's being built. Could we do something with Tommaso Ciampa? You know, is Montez going to snap and leave Angelo Dawkins, maybe? Could there be some movement there? I feel like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory have really kind of run their course. A-Town Down Under is dead in my eyes. Like, let's get them split. And then let's start building up, say, Grayson. Maybe Theory could be a red-hot babyface. Like, I don't disagree with Seth, but I feel like there are people coming through. And, of course, Jacob. Oh, my God. Imagine when Jacob starts stepping away from the new bloodline, kind of going after some mid-card championships or feuding with baby faces away from Solo, away from the bloodline. That would be sick. So, yeah, lots to digest there. WWE ID, just a few bits. We got another one here. So this is It's Gal, who is the real life action figure, right? There is footage of him training, doing a few moves, and then being handed his WWE ID contract. I don't know if I can show it because I don't know where that footage is hosted. But even so, he's signed, right? He's been ID'd. This is a new one. He's coming from Wrestling Open. And here, look, Tribal Warrior. So I am the color red. Thank you. Tribal Warrior. 3 of the first 4 WWE ID prospects have wrestled in AEW, which must be really frustrating for them. That means that they had their hands on this talent. They could have signed them to some sort of developmental deal themselves, but they don't have developmental in AEW, so there is no developmental deal, so they've slipped through their fingers, and now WWE has snapped them up. I keep saying, I just think this is a big dub for WWE, this whole ID program. So, Air, well done. Tribal Warrior, thank you. And then Muscle Man Malcolm saying that Ice Williams has been ID'd at Booker T's Reality of Wrestling. I don't think this one has been announced yet. We may get an announcement very soon. But, I mean, we must be coming up to, like, double digits now. Like, they've really signed quite a bit of exciting talent that's out there. You know, they're not kind of sitting around on this, are they? They are making moves. So apparently another one, and this one from Reality Wrestling. And that's really interesting because, of course, that is the same promotion that has Zilla Fatu. Right, let's go community. Couple of bits in here. So British Wrong Style said, I was lucky enough to go to WWE Live in Nottingham and see Amelie, I think that's how you say it, and the Sniffers in Birmingham in the same week. You mentioned being a fan of Amelie during one of your streams. I thought I would share. I am so jealous. I responded to this and I was like, you are living the life I want to live. Because going to a WWE house show live event, awesome. And then I only heard of Amelie and the Sniffers the other day on TikTok. I'd never heard of them before. I'm not very good at like discovering new music anymore because my time's taken up with Unseen and wrestling and watch along. So sitting down and digging into new bands, not something I can do. But I was on TikTok and they one of their tracks appeared, and so we spoke about it on the Wrestling Escape Pod. We actually showed one of their videos. I genuinely like them, and so British Wrong Style is living the life that I want. So very jealous, but as I said in my tweet, I hope you had a fantastic time. Certainly looks like a really fun gig, so I am officially jealous. And Canadian Bull said, I tried to draw some Wire 6 pictures. I'm not the best drawer, but I think I did a good job. Really good, dude. So wanted to include this shout out, Canadian Bull, putting in that work, putting in that effort, getting the results. So Canadian Bull, shout out to you. If we go over to fun then, not loads in here, but I thought this was good. Finn Balor, the usual suspects, shouting out, I think the person that created it, Prince XE8. So well done to them, right? But here, look, we've got these photos, these images that have been created, mugshots. We got Finn Balor. And it says his crime was he tried to run over Damian Priest. Makes sense. Down here, look, we've got Dirty Dom. It says farting in an elevator is his crime, but that's then crossed out, and the words too handsome is written instead. So that's why he was arrested. We know that Liv Morgan is a drug baron. And she is a drug smuggler. But that actually is not why she was arrested this time. She was arrested for, I actually don't know, home wrecking, man stealing, and title taking. So that's what she's been arrested for. But the best one up here, look, JD McDonough has been arrested literally because of his head. His head is way too big. I'd imagine it's scaring the neighbours and the local animals. And so he has been arrested as well. So I thought that was really, really good. I got tagged in this loads and I got asked my thoughts on this, right? So this is MJF, AEW superstar MJF being not made to. He can't really be made to, but posing with a WWE Championship. I think it's a Universal Championship. And understandably, he's not thrilled about it because he doesn't represent that promotion. It would be like having a WWE superstar being made to pose with an AEW Championship. I can't imagine they would be thrilled either. So I think that he's living up to the character. I think that this fan probably should have known better. I think this fan probably wanted to get the image that he ended up getting with MJF showing disgust towards the championship. I have no problems with any of these things. The only thing I would say is that if I was the fan, I probably wouldn't be thrilled that MJF chucked it on the floor. But if you look here, I don't know that he meant it. He sort of chucks it onto the table. I think he probably thought it would just land on there, but then it ends up falling onto the floor. I don't think MJF cared. But if I was the fan, I wouldn't be too thrilled because these belts are expensive. I wouldn't be too thrilled. So there we go. It went onto the floor. The dude had to pick it up. I think the belt was okay. But hey, what do you expect? You know, it is disrespectful in the sense of imagine going up to a WWE superstar asking them to pose with an AEW championship. So gotta say, this fan had to know what he was getting himself in for. So yeah, I got tagged in it loads. I wasn't going to include it which is why I've included the Fightful post and not one that someone's tagged me in. But to be honest, there wasn't loads in the fun folder, and it wasn't until like I was about to do this, I was like, oh, I better just get a couple of bits to fill it out with. Like this one, I was so pleased I found this. This is Wrestling World CC. This is Liv Morgan showing what her essentials are for when she flies. Not loads. But we've got some water, apparently life water that's triple filtered. Fair play. She's got these rips, some sort of candy. I don't know what this is. It looks like, I don't know what this is. It says bite-sized licorice pieces. They kind of look a little bit sour to me. They sort of look like they've got a bit of sourness to them, but maybe not. Strawberry and apple flavour. So, don't know. Don't think we have these in the UK, but then it doesn't look to be a major brand to me, unless they're everywhere in America. But those are clearly something Liv Morgan enjoys. And then she's got this, a new book. Is that that looks like a book, doesn't it? Quite surprised she doesn't have like a Kindle or something like that. But here we go. If you want to know what she is reading at the moment, she is reading Frida McFadden's The Boyfriend. So there we go. And she's at Denver International Airport as well. So kind of interesting to see what she is reading and snacking on as she is about to board a flight. So that was the fun folder. I think there might be a couple of bits in other. Oh, yeah. Oh, this was pretty fun, but not fun. So Asuka yesterday put this out. Amazon products delivered to our house, stolen by 3 children. Security cameras caught them stealing, right? Really angry, obviously. Then moments later, she put out another tweet. 3 men stole a package that was delivered to me. They were, I mean, literally, I mean, she would not be very good reporting crimes to the police, would she? The initial description was that they were 3 children, and then moments later, she's like, no, they were men. They were actually men. They were men that looked like children. So I can only imagine they were AEW superstars. I'm joking. So let's have a look at this clip. Yeah, migraine, headache. So there we go. And here Jeremy said, I came across this post. I had to send it. This is from TNA in 2018, and the bartender in the background is a young Arianna Grace. Now, I don't know 100% that is Arianna Grace, but it certainly does look like Arianna Grace. So potentially she was in TNA going back like 6 years ago. It might be her. I mean, it really does look like her, to be honest. So I would say it is. But it's one of those where she might come out and go, nope, that's actually not me. But yeah, I thought that was pretty fun. It looks like it's her. Wrestle Night, shout out to you. So Alexa Bliss with the new tattoo. So there we go. She's a big fan of Jimi Hendrix, and she loves the film Moulin Rouge. And so she's got Hendrix Rouge. And none of that is true. It's actually, I believe, the name of her daughter. So there we go. And then I really tried to find out information on this, and I can't really see anything. Apparently, there's a giant billboard of Sid that's in Times Square, and I have no idea why. I don't know if this is a throwback image. That just seems to be a parental advisory. But there are no other text or logos, or it is literally just a big image of Sid's. So that's confusing. A bit of banter said, this is cool. It is cool. And it is also deeply confusing. So I don't know. Is this a bit of stealth Netflix advertising? I have no idea. I don't know what this is to promote. I mean, this might turn out to be like an old image or something, but people are certainly suggesting it's current. So, don't know if anyone knows what that is in relation to. Feel free to let us know. Right, with that being said, I think we've done everything. Let's go into thanks, Sobia. Loads of people tagging me in this Nikki Cross thing. Ghostface, Arrows One, Bailey, Wrestle Night, Bradley Turley, Wrestling Fan Since Day One, TJF 1983, Cubs fan 16, Larry Flowers, Rodney, Uncle Howdy White, Rhea Ripley, my fave. Here we got James, we got Jim Taylor, we got Raymond, Andolph YT, we've got Mo Reigns, we've got wrestling's biggest fan, Tribal Warrior, TJF 1983 again, we got Ariel Liz 19, we got Del Boy, we've got Zhang Tae Sang, we've got Howdy LFC, Brandon as well, Nishi, Ian, Thomas Scott, James Rose, Stone Cold Scorp, Chris Rowe, Wrestle Knight. Thank you, my friends. There you can see a slightly clearer image of that death card that The Miz received back in June. And I didn't actually think this would be the longest of Unseens, but we've still clocked in at over 25 minutes. That's impressive. So big thank you to everyone that's joined us. Hope you enjoyed this video. We will be back, of course, with another Unseen tomorrow, and of course, more importantly, we will be back with our Raw live stream watch along. So appreciate all the support. Have a great evening. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.